Record on the laptop?
It's a tablet.
Tablet.
Yeah.
Hi.
Look at there. We're all in there.
What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another live video. Today we're going to be interviewing our neighbor, Herb. Did I pronounce that right?
Okay. I think did we pronounce your name right?
Mhm.
And he has a radio station, so let's get started.
Yes.
You have the first question.
I let you lead off.
No, you want the first question.
Okay. How did you get into the radio station business?
When I went to college, many years ago, I studied engineering, electrical engineering. I tried some other engineering courses, but it wasn't really working for me real well. I was having trouble making the math do the circuits.
Mm-hmm.
Along the way, I had taken an elective course, a radio course, and it really clicked. And I thought, this is where I belong. So I started studying TV radio in college, graduated with a degree in communication arts, radio and TV, and that's how I got started.
Man, looks like you found your passion. Okay, so the second question is, how long have you been doing it for, the radio business for?
Most of 50 years. I took a little break to help my pastor run a business for a while.
Right.
Took a little break to help at a TV station. But most of 50 years I've been in radio.
No, doesn't came years.
How does the radio industry pay in a year?
It varies so much. Someone that comes into like just do announcing,
Mm-hmm.
maybe like out of high school, they might get minimum wage, $9, $10, $11, $12 an hour. Someone that works in management, they could earn more, like 50, 60,000 maybe in a commercial station. An engineer that repairs equipment, repairs transmitters, they can do maybe the same thing, 50, 60,000 a year. A salesman could do that as well. Most people, though, probably in the area of 20 to 30,000 a year. It just depends on the station and what the job is. It really varies.
Well, that's good to know. How much has the radio industry changed since you first started?
Huge. Back when I started, our music came from long play record albums. Do you know what those are?
No.
You know, vinyl?
Vinyl records, yeah.
Yeah, the vinyl.
Yeah, vinyl records.
Vinyl records. We got our music from vinyl records, sometimes 45s. They're also vinyl, but they're little.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Then we switched eventually to CDs, played music off CDs. Now our music is on the computer hard drive, so all of our music is on the computer now. Also, when I got started, you had to have an engineer in the building all the time you were on the air. Now stations can run all by themselves without anybody in the building, and our station does the same thing. Our computer can run the station like when I leave at night or on the weekends. There's nobody there, lights are off, and the computer's running the radio station. So it has changed hugely in 50 years.
I bet.
Let's see. What does it take to commentate on a radio station?
To announce,
Yes.
well, it takes kind of a knowledge of general things, what's going on in the world, just kind of general information about what's going on. The ability to speak clearly is important. In the past, when I've trained announcers, what I would do is I would give them a kid's book, a children's book. And I'd say, go home and read this out loud and put some animation in it, like you're telling a story, not just read it, just the words, but put some heart into it, read it with some feeling. And you do that enough times and you start getting used to announcing for radio. So I trained them by giving them a kid's book.
That's funny. So what motivated you to start your own radio business instead of going into other businesses with it?
Well, when we moved here to Branson, we came to work for a pastor that was owned this radio station,
Right.
KLFC Radio. After about 5 years, he wanted to sell it. So we went to a local bank and we presented the opportunity. And they said, well, at that time we were living in a condo, and they said, if you use your condo for collateral, then we'll give you the loan to buy the radio station. Which we did that. We made our condo the collateral, got a 15-year loan, and the Lord helped us pay that back in about 7 years, so about half the time. So basically, we had the opportunity to buy the station, and it worked out, and we did it.
Well, that's good to know.
How can someone get into the radio industry?
There are different ways. One, quite often kids are in high school, and they just have a love for radio, so they start volunteering at a local station. They might just be doing cleaning, just doing just busy work, but they're there in the station. They're getting to know the people, and maybe they get a chance to do some announcing on the weekends or in the evenings. And so they kind of start there, and they kind of just improve and work their way up. That's one way. Another way, if a person's a good salesman, commercial radio stations sell advertising, and so they'd have to have people out there in the community calling on businesses and selling the advertising. So that's one way to get into it. If a person's really good with engineering and they can fix things, they can go into radio from that direction. So there are different ways to get into radio: announcing, sales, engineering, and quite often people will work up into management from one of those sources.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah, indeed.
So our last question of the interview is, how can someone tune into your station?
Well, we're on the air at 88.1 FM. That's just a regular FM station, 88.1. They can also listen on the web at klfcradio.com. They can listen on their smartphones. We have an app that is really cool. It's got a lot of features on it, and people can listen with the app right on their phone or smartphone, a tablet or something, anything like that. They can listen to us. So really, people can listen to us all kinds of ways right now. And there's some developments going on in technology where in the newer cars, people can have the FM radio along with the internet in the car. So when they're driving along and they're listening to 88.1 FM, but they get kind of too far away and they lose the signal, it automatically switches to the online stream. So they never miss out on our station. It goes from 88.1 FM to the stream automatically. So that's just up and coming right now. The neat thing about KLSC radio is that we're a Christian radio station.
Right.
So we have music and programs that talk about Jesus and hope and peace and purpose and basically salvation.
That's really important right now with what's going on.
Totally. So that's what we do.
Well, we thank you for the time. Right?
Yeah.
After.
And that one, the stream is very enjoyable right now.
What is enjoyable?
The stream, it's very enjoyable.
Yeah, it is really, it's a cool way to go.
Mm-hmm. Hey, thanks for coming over and joining us on the stream today.
Welcome.
Yes, and we hope all you viewers will come and listen to our next one. We hope to see you there.
See you guys in the next one.
Hope you find your silver lining.
Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.